This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, celebrating the art of life. Dan Griffey for 35th District State Representative, Position 1, GOP. Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner, District 3. And Tigert Media. Good evening and welcome to Silverdale Stadium on the campus of Olympic High School in Silverdale, Washington for tonight's Olympic League football battle between the North Mason Bulldogs and the Klahowya Eagles. I'm Rick Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. This is a non-league battle between two schools who are coming off season opening wins. North Mason beat Shelton 35-14 last Friday in the 7th Annual Mason County Cup, while Klahowya took it to Kingston 49-16. The Bulldogs and Eagles are in different classifications in the same league, but have been rivals for many years, with the boys from Belfair winning 10 of the last 15 games against Klahowya, including last year's 28-20 victory. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we talk with North Mason coach Frank Hepler. It's week 2 of the high school football season on a Thursday night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask, and I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. I've lived in Shelton for 13 years. During this time, I have gotten to know and love Mason County and the people who live here. When I decided to run for Commissioner, I knew this was the perfect opportunity to give back to the community that has been so good to me and my family. I am humbled that so many of you have given me your support and love. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
Welcome back to the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. I'm Rick Allen. Just ahead of the North Mason Bulldogs facing the Klahowya Eagles at Silverdale Stadium. Yesterday, I had a conversation with Bulldog head coach Frank Hepler.
I guess we'll start with your impressions of the Shelton game.
It was exciting, to see our kids come out and play the way that they did, especially in the second half. Was real encouraging to see the first half. Our defense carried us through. Our defense really carried us through the first 3 quarters, and to get to that fourth quarter, where we just kind of had an offensive explosion was all really kind of carried by our defense. So overall, we played for the most part, sharp game where all 3 components kind of came together. We made some mistakes on, offense, defense, and special teams, but we did a lot of good things, and that momentum kind of carried into this short week of practice also.
So let's talk about how this game against Klahowya got moved to a Thursday.
Klahowya actually just finished installing their new turf field at their high school campus. For a few years now, they've been playing at Olympic Stadium, and they share that that stadium with Olympic and Central Kitsap High School. So, I think the precedent is if there's a game that's scheduled on Friday night, or a doubleheader, or whatever is scheduled at that stadium, they like to move games to be played on Thursday. Now, Klahowya, from what I understand, next season will have a stadium ready to go, so they may be done after the season playing at that stadium. For us, Thursday night, our mindset was just, hey, it's one less day to get ready. We've got to be that much sharper at practice this week, and our kids definitely responded to that. They took that in stride. And like I said, they used that momentum from last Friday's win to get us to this point.
I want to take a step back and talk about the Mason County Cup. The team had it last year. They get it this year. What does that do for the confidence of the team?
A couple of the kids, the trophy's actually in my classroom right now in my health class in the school, and a few of them came by just to see it one more time, and I said, look, I'm going to leave it there for another week or so just so you guys remember what that feeling was like on Friday night. For us to get it 2 years in a row now, I think that just shows the direction that our program is going. The arrow is definitely pointing up. The way that Coach Pugh left this program last year, there's almost no better hands to have a hand on a program than Coach Pugh. So, I think that's just an indication of how our program is heading. We're definitely heading in the right direction, and for us to beat a team that's a bigger classification than us is always kind of a feather in our cap. They're a 3A team and we're a 2A team. So one of the things I talked about with our guys this week was, hey, Klahowya is looking to do the same thing as a 1A team, trying to go and knock off one of the bigger boys, which is us, a 2A team.
So what do you know about Klahowya?
I know that they are well coached. I've kind of researched Coach Erickson going back the last few years just based on the film that we have. They play disciplined and they don't make a lot of mistakes. So when you watch them on film, as an opposing coach, you say to yourself, hey, we have to be perfect this week to not turn the ball over, which they do well. They get turnovers. The defense that they run is kind of tough for an offensive coordinator because they are in a bunch of different fronts and they like to mix it up. So we really do have to play a perfect game to come out of there on top tomorrow night because they are well coached. They are disciplined. They've got guys like us that go both ways on both sides of the ball. So, it always could come down to which team is in better shape, which team is more prepared on that short week.
Anything special planned that fans can look for?
Not really. Kind of saving some of our big exciting things for our week 3 opener, I guess you could say. Last week we went into Shelton and, of course they were enshrining coach and naming the stadium last week. And, that threw us off a little bit at the beginning of the game. And I think Shelton definitely had the emotional momentum going into it. So this week, I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit more even-tempered coming out of the gates. And, for us, we just want to start fast. And, we had some opportunities early last week where we could have punched it in, but turnovers kind of bit us in the butt a couple of times that, we were moving the ball or we had good field position and we gave it away. So if we can limit that, that would be the biggest takeaway from this week.
So you came out of the Shelton game pretty healthy, right?
We did. Every week that we can come out healthy, win or lose, is a positive for us. And, no major injuries coming out of it. Nature of high school football, you're going to have some dings and bruises here or there, but that's all it was. Some guys talked to us after the game on Saturday and Sunday, hey, Coach, I'm really sore, but, we said, hey, ice it up. Always take care of your body on the weekend. And by the time we got back to practice on Monday, Tuesday, they were, back to I think normal again. I think, the wear of practice doesn't compare to the wear of an actual game. So, now that they kind of got used to that first week, they know exactly what to expect after a game day.
That's Frank Kepler, head football coach for the North Mason Bulldogs. They're taking on the Klahowya Eagles next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act now and make sound decisions and entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice businesses. We just need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
vests,
or reflectors,
please give us some room. Slow down and move over.
When you need us,
we've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back?
Please, slow down.
And move over.
Well, good evening again. Welcome to Silverdale Stadium. A little bit of a Thursday night football, high school football. Diedrich Allen behind the mic, I should say, up at the top of Silverdale Stadium. The Bulldogs won the toss and have elected to defer. So they will be kicking off as they are going from the left to right. Klahowya will be in the black uniforms. The Bulldogs will be in there, all whites with blue helmets, like they wore last week against Shelton. So we will ready for a little bit of football. Bulldogs are meet with their coaching staff on the SAR lines before we get this thing teed up and kicked off. We're doing it solo tonight, folks, so we'll do the best we can to give you stats and to play-by-play. And hopefully, just a quick reminder, if you do buffer throughout, it is cell connection and being too slow. We hopefully that has only that happened once before the broadcast. Let's hope it sticks with us throughout the broadcast. You can see up in the upper left-hand corner is the clock. Hopefully that will hold this game as well. So we're waiting for Gary Thomas to tee it up. Let's see, back deep for Klahowya. The far side, it looks like it's going to be Hunter Wallace. On the near side, number 26, that's Luke Stahl. Back deep, standing about the 10-yard line to the south end of the field. So we're about ready to get this thing kicked off. And I welcome everybody to our broadcast here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. So here we go with the opening kickoff. There's a run up and the kick. It's going to be taken. Oh, it's going to drive him back into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and that's where the Eagles will start at their 20 with their first possession of the ball game. Got over the head of Luke Stahl. Couldn't corral it. Rolls into the end zone. Touchback. Automatic touchback. In high school ball, let's get this thing underway. Let's give you a quick rundown of the starters. Hayden Steele, number 10, one of the wide receivers. Hunter Wallace, John Hartford, Andrew Dixon, Luke Stahl, Ben Schnobel, Cooper Martinson, Aaron Phillips, Matthew Strickland, and Jacob Keppert. Round out the starting lineup for the Eagles in the black. Back to pass to start things out. Throws over to the left. It is, or right, excuse me, is complete. Nice little move to break by a Bulldog. Just kind of discard him, but Bulldogs good coverage there. And brought down by a pack of dogs there with a 5-yard gain. So I guess they're going to credit Nogus with the first man there. Second down, 5 yards to go for the Eagles out of the pistol. We'll go Hartford. Turn around and hand it off to the first guy through. Nice defense, but breaking a tackle. A couple of guys in there and pushing him back. What some defensive effort by the Bulldogs, pushing back the runner. And a loss of a couple on that play. I think DiPolo was one of the first guys there, along with Cole Ferrick. That brings up third down and 7 from the 23 for the Eagles. Opening drive of this Thursday night football game from Silverdale. 3 receivers bunched on the numbers on the far side, 1 to the near side. Out of the pistol will go Hartford. Long snap. Looks back at the bench, sets everybody, and we'll get this thing underway. There's the snap on target. Back to pass. Goes Hartford. Dumps it off. Complete. One-on-one, and he slipped and went down right there with him. Mario Nenez. And that will be a loss of 2 on the play. So 4th down, 12 from the 18 for the Klahowya Eagles. Ariola will be back about midfield to receive this punt. I believe it's Hartford doing the kicking, if I got that right. Long snap. A little low. It's got a little trouble. Hartford slips one tackle and goes down about the 3-yard line. What a bad snap, bobbled, and a good field position for the Bulldogs with a 1st and goal to start out their first possession from Silverdale Stadium. So 1st and goal from the 3 is where they're going to spot it for the Bulldogs. You got Smelser and Topolo in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Together, they went over 300 yards of running offense for the for North Mason last week. Ward will go out of the pistol. Smelser's behind him. Topolo to his right, man in motion, Nogus. Direct snap. Oh, we're going to have a penalty to start things off for the Bulldogs. Likely a false start. Yeah, well, be a false start and not an auspicious start for North Mason on their first possession. A little too anxious, so close to the goal line early on. So that'll be 1st and goal from the 8 now for North Mason. But over 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes. Bulldogs get the ball on their 3, go backwards, but now they're on the 8. 1st down, same play. Actually, Nenez in motion, handoff to Smelser into the end zone, touchdown Bulldogs. That easy, nice hole for Reese to run through. And North Mason's on the board first. The 9:49 mark of the first quarter. Thomas is on to kick the point after. Holder for the Bulldogs is Jacob Anderson. Snapper, center, Grady Durbin. Snaps on, ball's up, and it is good. So the Bulldogs strike first, 7-0. North Mason takes advantage of a bad snap and gets the first touchdown on one play into the end zone. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
And back at Silverdale Stadium. Technically 2 plays, well maybe 1 depending on how you look at it. 8 yards, 7-0 ball game. North Mason on top. 9:49 to go here in the first quarter. Thomas has it teed up to get ready to kick it back to the Eagles. Same duo in the backfield, or the back deep I should say. Stahl on the near side and Hunter Wallace on the far side. Standing about the 5-yard line. Another kick. Thomas, this one's a squibbler. We picked up about the 28. Getting too near the hash mark, I believe. Let's see, who was that? Oh, that was Chase Templeton on the return. So the Eagles will start out with 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Hartford will go out of the pistol. He's got Wallace behind him. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Near side receiver, that's Dixon. Back to pass he goes. Oh, nice tackle down he goes. Great pursuit, great tackle. Open field, Nick Chase with the sack. And the Eagles are back. Oh, let's see here. It's like 8 or 9 on that loss. Back to the 31, actually. Called 2nd and 18, so an 8-yard loss on that. Eagles are going backwards again. 2nd down from the 31. Again out of the pistols, same formation. Wallace the guy behind Hartford, and we have a penalty. That'll be a delay of game, I believe. A lot of time taken there. See what the call is. Nope, it's a false start. Either way, it's back another 5. Still 2nd down. Back to the 26 now. Clock is running with 8:50 to go here at first quarter. 7-0 North Mason. Klahowya with the ball on their own 26-yard line with a 2nd and 22. Back to pass goes Hartford. Dumps it off complete to the near side. Slips a tackle to the 30, and then he's just swarmed under. Actually, I should say he avoided a tackle. Stall on the reception. That'll bring up 3rd down and long, however. Spotted at the 32-yard line. Hartford brings him out of the huddle. Send 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Again, that's Dixon on the near side. Out of the pistol again. Hartford, long snap. Back to pass he goes. Throws down the middle. Almost intercepted by, who was that? Number 12, Ryan Nogus. Had it in his hands, couldn't haul it down. Brings it 4th down. And 22 for the Eagles. Another punting situation. We'll see if that actual drop does the Bulldogs any good, as Anthony Ariola will go back, stand about his 35, between the 35 and 40. He still hasn't settled in. Hartford to punt for the Eagles. Snap on target this time. Boot is up. High spiraling kick. Then Ariola will let bounce. It touched him. The ball's free. And there's a scramble for it. It looks like Klahowya may have it. Yes, they just nicked areola, and the ball was alive, and the Eagles are still alive. So it'll be 1st and 10, this time from the Bulldog 27 for the Eagles. What a break there. That'll go down as a muffed, fumbled punt. Keeps the drive alive for the Eagles. Hartford out of the pistol, has 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Back to pass he goes. With some pressure, he's on the rollout, throws, complete, nice catch. And down it goes. Who was that on the reception? Number 10. It looks like it was Hayden Steele with the catch near the 20. About call it the 22. So 2nd and about 5. So from the 22 for Klahowya. Hartford getting the play from the sidelines. Hash mark far side. Out of the pistol again, trips to the far side. He's going to keep it himself. Avoid 1 tackle. Going down the line to the 20 on that run. Give him about 1. 3rd down and maybe 4. Spot the ball at the 21-yard line. 3rd down, 6:25 and counting on that first quarter clock. 7-0 North Mason on top. Klahowya with the ball. Eagles break the huddle. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Hartford in the pistol. Hand it off. Hollis hits the line of scrimmage, dives to the 15. Might have lost the ball there at the end. Very close to the first down marker. And that is a first down. The first down, by the ground for the Eagles on the 16-yard line of North Mason. Clock continues to run, approaching 5:45 to go, first quarter. Eagles on the march here after recovering a little bobbled punt catch there. Out of the pistol goes Hartford. Back to pass he goes. On a little bit of a rollout. Throws over the middle. Got a guy there. Complete. And it was Dixon on the catch. Smelser on the tackle. Looks like 4-yard gain there. Spot the ball on the 13-yard line. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Approaching 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Tight bunch of receivers far side, actually on the seam. Out of the pistol again. Hartford, back to pass, a little bit of extra pass protection. Then he gets it away, and I believe Variola might have intercepted that ball inside the 10. Let's see what the call is. That should be an interception. No, they're going to say it hit the ground. It's no good. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 7 coming for the Eagles. Pardon me while I make an adjustment on my camera. That's going to drive people crazy if I do it wrong. There we go. That's a little better. Clock is stopped at 4:46 to go, first quarter. 3rd down, 7 from the 13-yard line for the Eagles. It's the North Mason 13. Hartford empty backfield this time. Throws over near side. It is picked off this time. Smelser on the return to the 30, to the 40. Knocked down just shy of midfield. Nice play by Reese Smelser. And what do we have? A flag in the return in about the 40. Let's see what the flag is all about. The interception should stand. Let's get some discussions by our refereeing crew here at Silverdale Stadium. get the call from there. That's a block. With the use of the hands, I believe is what that was. It's against North Mason. It's a spot foul. Should be 10 yards from about the 40. So North Mason should be, let's see here. Should be the 29-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to end up spotting the ball. Where the Bulldogs will target. Nope, it's going to be 15 yards on the penalty. And it brings the ball all the way back to the 24. That was a personal foul. It didn't really look like that hand signal to me, but it's 1st and 10 for North Mason from their own 24-yard line. Let's see what the Bulldogs draw up this trip out, leading 7-0. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Anderson comes wide to the near side. Got a false start there. I believe two guys were moving on North Mason before they were set. Should be an illegal procedure call here. A couple of guys moving at the same time. Illegal formation, possibly. Still some discussion down there. Oh, they're going to pick up the flag. Okay, no penalty there. So the Bulldogs will do it again. This time they will shift Anderson to the far side now. And as will go in motion. Hand off. Oh, Topolo lost the ball. Ball's free. Who has the ball? I think Klahowya fell on it. Yes, it is. Wow.
Eagles ball, 1st down.
So we've had 3 turnovers on this in this ball game so far. 2 fumbles lost by North Mason and an interception on Klahowya, but the Eagles get the ball back. They'll start out on the North Mason 28-yard line, 1st and 10. It's a tight 3 trips on the seam on the far side, pistol formation. Wallace, the single setback behind Hartford. And off to Wallace. Wallace just slipped a couple of tackles, manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, but you had 3 Bulldogs in the backfield, nearly getting to Wallace there. And he does end up with a yard gain there, 2nd down 9 from the 22. Out of the pistol will go Hartford again. He's got a guy wide on the numbers on the far side, 1 on the near side, 2 in the slot on the far side. Back to pass, goes Hartford, dump it off to Wallace, slips a tackle, nice spin move, breaks another tackle, but he gets smothered in at the 25-yard line. And Naz had him in the backfield, Wallace was able to slip that one that he could not get by Wiley Rice and the rest of the Bulldogs. Should be 3rd down and 5. It's a 4th down and 5. Because it's 3rd. And actually, it looks like more like 6 to me. From the 24. Back to pass goes Hartford. He'll throw it off to Wallace. He's got some running room. Got to beat one guy. Missed the tackle there. Steps by another defender. Then he's knocked down inside the 5-yard line. Last guy to get there for the Bulldogs, Cole Durick. But that's 1st and goal for Klahowya. Breaking tackles. I don't know if the Bulldogs are having some difficulty wrapping up tonight or not. Spot the ball closer to the 4. It's 1st and goal. Eagles knock in on that door. See if they can punch it in this time. Hartford will send the trips to the far side. One to the near side. From the pistol. Back to pass goes, rushes on, dump it off in the middle. It's incomplete. Nobody was home as Hartford was just getting rid of it as the Bulldogs were blitzing there. What happened to my camera? Sorry, it went back. So second and goal from the 4 now for Klahowya. Nicholas Lewis is the back for Klahowya behind Hartford out of the pistol. It's going to send triple receivers to the far side, just outside that the hash marks. Near side guy is Dixon. Refereeing team is, there's going to be a flag on this one. Oh, they're going to call that intentional grounding because nobody was in the area. On that last play after a lot of discussion. I don't know about that. He was in the pocket. There wasn't an eligible receiver there. There was a Klahowya player there in the vicinity, and that was Aaron Phillips, but he wisely didn't even attempt to get that ball. He's not eligible to receive. So they're going to mark it off as intentional grounding against Klahowya. It's going to be a loss of down. So it'll be third down and goal, and they'll march the ball back to the 19-yard line now. Wow. Huge penalty there. So the same formation. They're going to spread out those 3 receivers on the far side. Between the numbers, however. Wallace back in there. And it looks like the Bulldogs jumped off sides, anticipating that count. So that'll give them 5 yards. They're going to call it offsides on North Mason, so that'll bring the ball up to the 14-yard line. Still third down, however. Same formation. Wallace the back behind Hartford. Receiver on the near side, 3 on the far side. Back to pass goes Hartford. Steps up, avoids some pressure. He's got some running room. Then he's pulled down and spun around. Actually, then pulled down at the 10. That'll bring up fourth down and goal at just inside the 10-yard line, about the 9 now. Fourth down coming for Klahowya. And I believe we're going to have a timeout. We do. Timeout. Klahowya will take one. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Back at Silverdale Stadium. 2:22 to go in first quarter. 7-0 North Mason. Klahowya has a fourth down and goal from the 9-yard line. Looks like they will go for it. Took a timeout to make sure everybody was on the same page. Potential to tie the ball game here. Nope, it is going to be... Actually, it is going to be a field goal. Some points on the board. As the kicker for Klahowya is Andrew Dixon. And this will be, looks like a 27-yard field goal attempt. Waiting for the snap. There's a snap spot, the kick. It's up. Is it good? Is it good? It is good. So put 3 on the board for Klahowya. And Bulldogs still leads 7-3. We'll be right back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
2:17 to go here in the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. And the Eagles about ready to kick it back to the Bulldogs. Ariola and trying to see who's on the far side there. Looks like it's Nogus back about the 15 for the Bulldogs. Dixon has it teed up at the 40 for the Eagles. Eagles managed to pull out some points, put some points on the board after the turnover. Is a high, short kick. It's going to be taken at the 38. To the 40 on the return and spinning to about the 44. Who was at 23? Mason Shoemaker with the return of about 6 yards. So first and 10 for North Mason from their own 44. See if it's more. Smelser in Topolo. Topolo had lost the fumble that set up the 27-yard field goal, or actually should lead to the 27-yard field goal for the Eagles. 2 receivers on the far side. Out of the pistol will go Ward, hand it off. This is Topolo coming right at you. Slips up to midfield, still fights, gets into Klahowya territory at the 48-yard line. Second down coming. Okay, my camera's acting funny tonight. Weird. And there it goes again. All right. Might have to swap out that camera at halftime. So second down and short, call it 2 yards from the 48-yard line of Klahowya. This time Ward will go out of the gun. Topolo to his right, man in motion, Inez. Take it on the sweep, coming around this way. Gets the first down, fighting his way up the sidelines inside the 35. And that's with a big run there. But there's a flag back about the 45, and this play's coming back with a hold. It's a good run by Inez, negating by the holding penalty back at the 44-yard line. So that will be a second down, and it's like 8 yards to go from the 46. So second and 8 for the Bulldogs. Back in North Mason territory. Anderson will go wide to the far side. Out of the pistol will go Ward. It looks like it's Polo behind him. And off to Dillon. Dillon trying to cut it back. Just bowls his way to midfield, near midfield, shy of midfield. Oh, give him a hard-fought 3 yards on that play. To the 40... I'll call it the 48. It's actually between the 48 and the 49. Call it third down. And 6 yards to go. Spot the ball there officially at the 48-yard line of North Mason. Get 24 seconds and counting on the clock here in the first period. Out of the gun will go Ward. He is Anderson to just below us. 3 receivers far side. And Ward, did he get it off? No, he did not. That's going to be a delay of game. And there's 8 seconds on the clock here. So that makes it 3rd and 11. Put the ball back at 44-yard line. Yeah, it's actually going to be 10 there. 8 seconds on the clock here, and it's going. They're going to let it wind down, I'm sure. As that'll be the end of the first quarter. So we head to the second quarter. North Mason with a 7-3 lead.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life? Make me excited about science like you?
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
Now waiting for the start of the second quarter. 7-3. North Mason on top. Bulldogs have a 3rd and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Bulldogs scored their first touchdown after a bad snap on a punt. Put them in near the 8-yard line. Ward, a little bit of pressure. He's going to dump it off complete to Polo up the sidelines. First down and out of bounds on the far side. No flags in the backfield. I don't see any. So it should be, nope, it's just shy of the first down marker on the far side. It might just be right at that marker depending on the spot. Looked to me like he got the first down. Spot not very favorable. Maybe a timeout and a measurement here to see if it is actually a first down. I'm going to bring out the chains, which are right there, to see if it's on the nose of the football or not. It's as close as I can get, folks. Let's see if the umpire and the refereeing crew can move out of the way and let's get this good shot of that. Let's see what it is. Stretch it out. Can't see it. The foot's in the way. Nope, it's just a little bit short. 4th down for the Bulldogs in a couple of inches, it looks like. This is pretty favorable for North Mason, I think. Sure, they're going to go for it. The ball will be spotted. Let's see how they place this ball. I've always been interested in this. Stretch it out again. Looks like it might even be like a chain link. The ball is just sitting at the 46-yard line. 4th down for North Mason here. At the 46 of Klahowya. Now what do you draw up here? Give it to Ward or do you give it to Polo? Or Smelser. Smelser's in there. No, to Polo. Out of the gun will go Ward. So you're going to likely see hand off to Smelser, and oh boy, somebody jumped across the line. That's a encroachment call, and that'll give the Bulldogs first down. Looking for something exciting there. And all sides, and the Bulldogs will get first down by penalty. So it'll put the ball at the 41. 1st and 10 for North Mason. 11:50 to go here in the half. And the clock continues to run here. Two receivers on the far side. Nobody on the near side. Handoff. Nice hole for Reese Smelser. He's slipping tackles and backing his way into near the 25-yard line. What a run. Keep those legs churning there by Smelser. And that's a first down at the 26. We'll wind that clock after setting the chains. Anderson will go wide to this near side, really wide, near the numbers on the far side. Nogus in the slot, he's the man in motion. Hand off to Nogus, gets around the edge. Spins at the line of scrimmage, dives forward near the 20. Positive yards there, give him 5, maybe 6, depending on where they spot the ball. Put it at the 23. So that's a second down and a short 7. Long 6 coming for North Mason on the 23-yard line. Two receivers far side for North Mason. Out of the pistol. Smelser the back behind. Ward, flags go flying. I think we're going to have a false start again. Yep, it is a false start. We'll march backwards 5 yards. So that brings second down and 12.
False start on the Bulldogs. Pushes the ball back for second.
Ball back at the 28-yard line. So you got Topolo and Smelser both on the field there. Going wide to the far side is Anderson. Topolo, the back, will be behind Ward. Ward will go out of the pistol, and then we have a timeout by North Mason. Coach Hepler wants to talk these over. Having some trouble with his formations in this quarter. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, I think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging.
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
So second and 12 for the North Mason Bulldogs. Coming out of the timeout. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line of Klahowya. Coach Hepler didn't like the formations. The Bulldogs having a little bit of difficulty getting their formations in line here. Topolo at the back, the furthest back. He's standing about the 36. Smelser to the right of Ward. Ward out of the pistol. Inez just off the formation and slot. Handoff, big handoff to Topolo. Nobody's getting a body on him until he gets inside the 15-yard line. Big old Dylan Topolo. To the 13-yard line. First down for North Mason. 10:20 and counting on the clock. From the 13, substitution, late substitution for Klahowya. They did get the guy out the field. Man wide to the far side, down the numbers. Hand off to Topolo. Topolo, big man guy just hanging on to his ankles there for Klahowya. Nicholas Lewis just had an ankle grab there, held him up enough, tripped him up enough. Saved a touchdown, brings up second down. About the 13-yard line, no, 7, excuse me. 7, 8-yard line, depending on what you think, how you go there. Second down and 5. Anderson goes wide to the far side. Topolo the back behind Ward. Reese Smelser beside him. Hand off to Smelser this time. Going around the edge. He's got a lot of real estate. He's going to dive into the pylon. That should be a touchdown, North Mason. Nope, they're going to say he is out of bounds just on the outside of the pylon there on the near side. So first and goal. Smelser with a good run, 7 yards. Spot the ball just about a yard out of the goal line. Right there. Anderson wide to the far side. DiPolo the back. And Ward will just step into the hole and score a touchdown. Sean Ward with a 1-yard TD run. Extends the lead. The 9-12 mark of the second. And Thomas is on to kick the point after. Low snap, they're going to have to fake it, and they're just going to call it dead ball there. There's going to be offsides on Klahowya's part. So they have the distance there. Another try. Wow. It's a 10-point lead at this point for North Mason. Thomas trying to add on to it with a point after. We've got a yard and a half closer. Gary Thomas, the kicker for North Mason. Anderson, the holder. Snap on target this time. Falls up. It's low. Did it get through? It did. Make it 14-3. 9:12 to go in the half. All right. There we go. I'm sorry about that. We continue with our technical difficulties from time to time here. Get rid of that one. Okay. So we're back. Bulldogs are going to kick it off after the one-yard TD run and extra point added. 14-3 on the scoreboard. North Mason on top. I will definitely have to swap out a camera here. This is acting up. All right. Ball's teed up at the 40. Gary Thomas is going to kick that one. High end over end kick. They'll be hitting at the 20. Gets behind the receiver, and it's going to be put into the end zone, but no touchback. And breaking it up the near sidelines, I believe that should be a touchback. But a good tackle from behind by Smelser. Is it Smelser on there? Yes, so Smelser got the tackle from behind, and there's a Eagle on his back. That was a hard hit and a good effort to track him down. I can't even see who picked up the ball. Technically, that should be a touchback because he did get in the end zone. I don't know if the refereeing crew was on hand for that. We will try to figure out who the man down is. Cannot see the number cleanly. Well, as a 10-2 the down Eagle. We'll be right back.
Yeah. battle. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Okay. Down Eagle will be... oh, they're still working on him on the sidelines. But he's off the field of play right now. I didn't see. I was looking at other things. Oh, we have a Bulldog down too. I'm sorry. That's over off the field. So I'm not sure who this young man is, so we'll take another... Nope, they're going to get him up here. Well, it's Mario Nez. He is at least sitting up. The Central Kitsap Fire and Rescue Crew still in front of their ambulance on the far side, or on the north end of the field, so it must not be too serious at this point. But we will step aside, we'll take another break, we'll be right back.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
So Mario Nenez is up off the turf. He's on the bench below us, the Klahowya bench, actually holding his right arm, or right, might be a wrist injury of some sort. We will see if we can get a update on him before the night is over. But it will be a first and 10 from the 48 for Klahowya. The good return that technically might have to, could argue that it was in the end zone. And the return from the end zone, but the referees don't see it that way, so the Eagles have a favorable spot, favorable field position. First and 10 from their own 48. Three receivers near side, one to the far side out of the pistol. Go Hartford. Wallace, the guy behind him. Oh, a little mix-up there, and Wallace breaks free, and he is pulled down after about 3-yard gain. Let's see, it was Junior Newman on the tackle, at least one of the guys there. Well, that's a very generous spot. Second and 5 to the 47 of North Mason. They are still talking with Inez below us. Out of the pistol will go Hartford again. Wallace, the guy behind him. There's a little bit of mix-up in the last play, but Hartford able to get a positive out of nothing. This time they'll throw it complete and tackled just about a yard after he caught it was Jacob Keppert. Up a couple yards short of the line to gain. Should be third and about a yard and a half, maybe 2. Put at the 44, called second and 2. So again, the two receivers on this near side. Keppert, the receiver closest. And we have a whistle. And what do we have? A timeout by North Mason. So we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
Third and a yard and a half, call it 2. From the 44-yard line of North Mason. That's what the Eagles have coming out of this timeout. Timeout by North Mason. They're going to break their huddle on the far sidelines. Eagles ready to go. Out of that pistol, 3 receivers near side in the slot, 1 on the far side. Out of the pistol will go Hartford. Wallace the back behind him. Waiting for the snap. Little option, pitch out to Wallace. Wallace trying to get by Smelser. Smelser rides him out of bounds on the far side. And that is a no gain and maybe even a loss on the play, depending on where they're going to give forward progress. 4th down coming. So they was a loss of 5 on the play, back to the, well, a loss of 3 on the play, excuse me. Back to the 47, 4th down coming. Are they going to go for it? It looks like they might. Nope, it does not. Hartford in there to do the punting. Bulldogs Areola back about the 15. Yeah, make it the 12. Nice settle in at the 10. Waiting for the snap is Hartford. Yeah, we got a flag on that. It might have been a fake play, or he's going to drop kick it. So penalty, 5 yards on the Eagles. 6:28 to go here in the first half. 14-3, North Mason on top. Klahowya with the ball. And a 4th down, and it'll be 4th and 10 back in their own side of the 50 at the 48 now. Ariola will step up to his 18-yard line to receive this punt, assuming that it is a punt. There's a snap. Kick, line drive, kind of short. It's going to roll. Ooh, boy, picked up again, touched by a Bulldog. That's another Eagle ball. Wow, that's twice in the ball game that this has happened, where a Bulldog player touches the ball on the free kick, and all they have to do is wait for Eagle to down it, and the Klahowya Eagles have a 1st and 10 at the 20. Cannot. That's got to drive a coaching staff just absolutely crazy. So that'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Eagles. Hartford back to pass this time, throws over the middle. Oh, it's picked off in the end zone and pulled out of there. That should be a touchback as well. Man who touched the ball, Junior Newman, to lose the ball, gets an interception. So the Bulldogs get the ball back. However, that should be a touchback. It should come out at the 20. But they're going to say he returned it to the 9, and that's where North Mason will get the ball. It's always interesting to do things from an open booth. Just making some notes here. So the Bulldogs have a 1st and 10 on their own 9-yard line, deep in their own territory. 6:07 to go here, first half. And we have a flag yet again. So we have too many men on the field on Klahowya. 11. I only count 11. Oh, 12. There he is. All right. There was actually 12 guys when you count them. Okay, so that'll make it 1st and 5. Ball up to the 14-yard line. Back to pass goes Ward. He's going to go long. Got a guy there. Deflected. Good defense by Keppert. Knocking it away. Intended target there was Areola. But there is a flag on the play. Where is that flag? What is this call? Oh, they're going to give pass interference on the offensive player. Okay. Interesting. So that should go back half the distance from that point. Still be 1st down, I believe. So let's see, they should mark it half the distance from the 14, should be back to the 7. So we'll put it at the 7, 1st down, and it looks like about 12. First and 12 for the Bulldogs. Ball back at their own 7-yard line. Bulldogs taking a lot of time here. Clock stopped at just under 6 minutes to go. Areola wide to the far side. Out of the pistol will go Ward. Topolo to his right, hand off to Smelser. Smelser straight up the middle. Just pounding his way, keeping his feet moving, and gets to the 13-yard line. So we'll bring up 2nd down. It looks like 7. We get to about the 19, so that's, yeah, it's still about 2nd and 7. 5:25 to go here in the half, actually. And Bulldogs in their huddle backaways. They're leading 14-3. Eagles have had their opportunities. They've had 2 essentially fumbles lost on punts that they recovered. But the Bulldogs able to hold them to 3 points. Quick snap to Polo. Topolo breaking tackles, going up the far side. Breaks into the secondary across the 20 near the 25 before he's run out of bounds. 1st down run, stopping the clock at 4:53. So they're going to spot the ball at the 24. 1st and 10 for North Mason. Running some clock here. I'm sure they started, no, they ran out of bounds, so that's going to stay off until the snap. So 2 receivers on the far side. Topolo the back behind Ward, 1 in the slot on the near side, and off to Topolo. Topolo dancing his way straight up the middle, actually. He'll cut it back in the middle. Get up shy of the 30, spotted the 28. The 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6. Clock is running. Areola goes wide to the far side. Nogus, oh, they're going to switch and come to this side. 3 receivers on the near side. Ward out of the gun. Topolo the back beside him. Fake to him. And the keeper for Ward. Ward bangs bodies, gets to the 30. So Ward on the keeper, gets a couple. They're going to call it to the 29, 3rd down. Still about 6 yards to go. .345 counting here in the half. Anderson in, he'll come wide to the near side. Areola, Nogus in a third guy. Can't see his number on the far side. Ward back to pass. Throws incomplete. And getting to the first down marker is number 33. That is Dion Nenez. And obviously for Mario, who went out earlier in the quarter with injury. Let's right the camera here. There we go. So first and 10 from the 37-yard line for North Mason. Back to the pistol. Anderson wide to the near side, 3 to the far side. Ariola, the guy wide. Nogus in a handoff to Polo, fighting his way to the 40, still on his feet. Can't quite get more than the 40 on that. Bring second down, give him 3 yards on the carry. Clock continues to run. 2:45 and counting. Second down. It's like 7 yards to go from the 40, maybe called the 41. Anderson wide to the near side below us. 2 receivers far side out of the pistol. Handoff, that's to Polo. Busting in there and holding on for dear life was Hunter Wallace holding on to Polo. He manages to get a yard out of it. Put it at the 42. Third down and 5. Minutes to go here in the half. Anderson wide to the near side. Ariello wide to the far side. Slot receivers on each side. Out of the gun goes Ward. Man in motion. Nenez back to pass. Dump it off and knocked away, or knocked down wisely. Nogus was the guy there. I don't know if he even knew the ball was coming. That's going to be 4th down for the Bulldogs, and it's punting time. Reese Smelser does the kicking for North Mason. Man going back deep, Hayden Steele. For the Eagles, he'll stand about his 25. So we're going to take a timeout here. North Mason, I believe, takes their final timeout of the half. 1:44 to go in the first half. 14-3, North Mason on top. They'll be punting when we come back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
1:44 to go in the first half. North Mason and Klahowya, the Bulldogs lead the Eagles 14-3. Looks like North Mason's changed it up, decided to go for it here on 4th and 5 from their own 42. Oh boy, and the Eagles jumped off sides. Don't know if that's going to give them the first down by penalty, but it's going to be really, really close. So encroachment off sides for the penalty. Going to be very close to the first down. Ball's at the 42. Need to get the 47. See if that'll give them enough for the first down. That'll be 4th and inches or 4th and 1. March this one off and be very careful. Very diligent on this. Mathematically it should work, but I don't think you're going to get it. I think it's going to be just shy. It'll be 4th and less than 1 for North Mason. Another Sean Ward sneak. You hand it off to one of your big backs. DePolo coming in off the sidelines. Dion Inez is running off. Nogus is coming in as well. Nope, let's see here. Anderson wide to the far side. Inez is back there. Oh, what do we have? We're going to have a penalty here. It's got to be an Eagle timeout. Nope, it's going to be Talea Kame, and we're going to march it back to 5 yards. It's still 4th down. Still 1:44 to go here in the half. Ball back at the 42. Still, the Bulldogs are going to go for it. Nope, they're going to punt him. Smelser's in there to punt it away. So this time they're going to punt it, we assume. There's a snap, is low. Smelser had to pick it up. He's going to run with it. Going to drop kick it and just kind of pooch it. Caught on the sidelines by Wallace. Wallace up the sidelines, far sidelines. Gets it to return to inside the 30. What a nice little heads-up move. Definitely going to have to switch out this camera. Deciding to have a mind of its own. But the Eagles will have the ball on the Bulldogs' 30-yard line. But we do have a flag down at the 30, 35, I should say. Let's see what we have here. Nothing going to pick that up. Okay, so it's Eagle ball, 1st and 10 on the North Mason 30. Inside the 30, going to put it at the 28, it looks like. And we have 1:31 to go in the half. Eagles have a chance to get some more points on the board. Held to 3 in this first half. Eagles are lining up way back. Oh, they're waiting for the play from the sidelines. Hartford will bring it in. He'll send a man wide to the far side, 3 to the near side. Out of the pistol with Wallace behind him. There's a snap. Back to pass goes. Wallace avoids a tackle and then pulled down. Final guy to get him, Nick Case. Clock will run. Loss ends up being, could have been a lot worse, but it's only about a yard, maybe 2. So spotted just shy of the 30. So 2nd down, and call it 12 from the 30. Back to pass goes Hartford. He's got it complete. Sneaking up the sideline is Wallace. Wallace to about the 15-yard line. Tackled there by Cole Verick. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Going to spot it at the 16-yard line. A little bit of hurry up for Klahowya. Trips tight in the slot near side, 1 to the far side. Out of the pistol will go Hartford. Hartford throws over the middle. It's complete. Was it complete? Yes, it was. I guess it was Keppert on the catch. I couldn't quite see it near the 5. Oh, they're marked it short of the 5 at the 7. Just shy of the 1st down marker. And we have a injured Bulldog, and that looks like it's Reese Smelser. Uh-oh. So an injured Bulldog down. Looks like it's Reese Smelser. Training staff out there. And it looks like Trey Sherfick will be coming in the defensive line. Smelser's down, and let's see. Just checking on one of his knees, I believe, to get him up. Nope, he's got to go out for a play, and he's headed to the sidelines. Might be one of those Charlie horses, leg cramps at this point. So we have a 2nd down and 1 for the Eagles on the Bulldog. Now let's see. Call it the 6, 7-yard line. Hartford out of the pistol. Back to pass goes, throws. Incomplete, intended for Luke Stahl. It's a 3rd and 1 from the 7 for the Eagles. From the North Mason 7, 25 seconds to go in the half. Hartford looks like he'll send 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side, and go out of that pistol again. Snap on target, fakes the handoff on the rollout, the bootleg. He's going to keep it himself, slips a tackle, going to cut it back, run into his own man, and piled on at the 10. Loss on the play, that brings up 4th down. And get an Eagle timeout here, I believe. Be 4th down, and about 4 from the 10. We do have a timeout, so we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Fourth down coming for the Eagles. They're going to attempt another field goal. This one looks like it's going to be about the same distance as last time. Maybe a little shorter, 26 and a half, 27 yards on the field goal attempt. Andrew Dixon, the kicker. There's the snap, there's the spot, there's the kick. Oh, it's blocked, ball's free, and Bulldogs, who got it in there, I think it was Caden North, I believe, got a big paw on that, blocked that field goal attempt. So the Bulldogs will take over with 12 seconds to go here in the half. No points for the Eagles here. Gonna likely just take a knee here in the half for the 1st and 10 on their own 17-yard line. Bulldogs will get the ball when the 3rd quarter starts. Get to Polo in there, and it looks like Reese Smelser is back. Nokus comes to the near side. It's like Anderson wide. Now they're going to run a play. Hand it off to Smelser straight up the middle there, across the 20. And that should pretty much do it for the half. There's the 000s on the board. And that is the end of the first half. North Mason heading to the locker room with a 14-3 lead. We will take a timeout. We'll be back with the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. It is North Mason 14, Klahowya 3.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act now and make sound decisions and entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice businesses. We just need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
And we're back here at Silverdale Stadium. It's the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. We're going to bring you the Klahowya Band.
Is your band ready?
Let's just take a listen here.
Students, you may take the field for exhibition.
Just waiting for something to happen. Here we go. Now the Klahowya Marching Band here performing at Silverdale Stadium, heading off the field. Halftime score, 14-3. You see right there, we got 9.5 minutes to go until we return to play. And let's see here. Now we'll run down some scoring for you when we come back with the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show in just a moment.
There's a lot going on these days. There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask, and I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. I've lived in Shelton for 13 years. During this time, I have gotten to know and love Mason County and the people who live here. When I decided to run for Commissioner, I knew this was the perfect opportunity to give back to the community that has been so good to me and my family. I am humbled that so many of you have given me your support and love. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
Yeah, we're back here at Silverdale Stadium. Halftime score, North Mason 14, Klahowya 3. Bulldogs didn't take them long to get on the board. They got off of a bad snap on a punt on the Eagles' first possession. They got the ball on the 3, had a 5-yard penalty, then punched it in from there to get on the board first. Reese Smelser ran it in from 8 yards out. That was at the 9:49 mark, the first quarter. The Bulldogs lost a fumble on a punt, giving the Eagles another chance. But Smelser intercepted a pass, and Bulldogs got the ball back later in the quarter. And the first, again, another lost fumble by the Bulldogs. And then the Eagles were able to march down and get the 3 points on a 27-yard field goal with 2:17 to go in the first quarter. Let's see here. The Bulldogs managed to march down to the 1-yard line, and Sean Ward snuck it in from a yard out, giving them the lead at 14-0, 9:12 to go in the half. Now the Bulldogs again had that whole ball is free off of a punt. All that needs to be done is let the Klahowya players down it. The Bulldog touches it, and then the Eagles get another shot at it. However, same guy who did that mistake, play later intercepted the ball. And then the Bulldogs, let's see here, Caden North blocked another 27-yard field goal attempt by the Eagles late in the half. And that's where we stand here, 14-3 at halftime. With North Mason on top. Bulldogs will be getting the ball to start the third quarter. Something to note here, we have a couple of injured. Smelser went down, he came back in, but the one that's more concerning for the Bulldogs, Mario Nenez, went down, had some sort of an left arm injury. Don't know what his status is for the second half. We'll have to check on that, see if he gets out on the field. In his place, they brought in Dion Nenez as another one of those guys, and it's almost as if you can interchange pretty much any player on the team. You have Smelser and Topolo. The running backs. Topolo's more of a power runner. Smelser's just got a lot of speed and a lot of size. And we'll see what the Eagles can do to counter that in the second half. We are about 4 minutes away from the third quarter. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back with this Thursday night football game. High school football on a Thursday night from Silverdale on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We will be right back.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act now and make sound decisions and entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice businesses. We just need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over.
When you need us,
We've got your back.
do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back?
Please, slow down.
And move over.
And we're back here with the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. Halftime score, North Mason 14, Klahowya 3. Eagles have just come out of the locker room. And we start their warm-up. The Bulldogs have, they just kind of huddled over the northeast corner of the stadium here. And in Silverdale, Olympic Stadium, kind of an interesting little story about Klahowya getting their own field, their own stadium next year, so that could be interesting if we ever have to go up there, but with teams playing on Friday night, might be a little bit difficult. Speaking of Friday night, tomorrow night, Mason Web TV broadcast crew will be down in Montesano for the Shelton-Montesano game. Clamor's looking to rebound from their loss to the North Mason Bulldogs in the Mason County Cup on Friday night. From what I'm told, Monty is young, but they are kind of like a machine, and so it'll be very difficult for for Shelton to get their first win on the season, because they were very unhappy. They did beat Aberdeen, but Aberdeen scored, and that kind of didn't sit well with the Montesano fans. That's from what I'm told from inside sources in Montesano. So we are just a couple of minutes away from third quarter. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back with the third quarter. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community. There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Now you see on the clock there, the upper left-hand corner. Just 15 seconds or so before we get the third quarter underway. North Mason will be starting out with the ball here to start the third quarter. They lead 14-3. Defense holding strong for the Bulldogs. And we'll see what they have to dial up here is about ready to get this third quarter underway. Eagles haven't been able to take advantage of turnovers by North Mason. 3 by my count. Got the 3 points off of the turnover, and that's about it. We'll see what they can muster up here in the third quarter. As for the Bulldogs, they got to stop the mistakes, mostly on special teams. Something's got to drive Coach Hep crazy, especially when the ball is. You're going to receive the ball, so if the ball is just free, just don't touch it. Let the defending team touch it. It's not a kickoff. So let's see what each team can do to get back on track, correct the errors that they might have made in the first half. But the Bulldogs able to get 2 scoring drives together. First one was a gift, I think. The other ones have been, hard fought and worked for. So Eagles are heading out there to kick it to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs all riled up, ready to go. Getting our last minute instructions. I'm going to take a swallow of water here, hold on. And that'll do it for my bottled water. All right. Here come the Bulldogs out of their huddle. The Eagles are out there. Andrew Dixon going to kick it to the Bulldogs. You've got Ariello going back deep, far side. Looks like it's going to be Ryan Nogus. Ariola, excuse me. Nogus will be standing about his 15. Ariola about 11. They're both going to be, they're going to be back about the same. And here we go. We're about ready to get underway. So run up and the kick. It's going to be on the ground. Picked up by an up guy about the 28. And Shoemaker gets to the 40, 45, near the 45 where he's pulled down. Is that right? It's Mason Shoemaker on the return. 15, 20 yards there. That'll be a 1st and 10 for North Mason. So they can pick up where they left off at the end of the second quarter. Be at the 44-yard line to start this drive, start the third quarter. DePolo is out there. I think Schmelzer is also out there as well. Got Anderson going wide to the far side. Nogus and Shoemaker, the end of the formation here. Schmelzer's the back behind Ward. Nogus in motion. Hand off to Schmelzer. Nice hole. Gets to the 50, 45. Fighting his way to the 40. Inside the 40. Nice solid run by Reese Schmelzer. To the 38. Good blocking, nice holes. Credit the guys in the front line. They don't get as much credit as they do deserve. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for the Bulldogs. Opening drive here, the third quarter. Anderson going wide to the far side. Nogus at the end of the goes in motion across the formation. Snap, hand off to DiPolo this time. DiPolo sneaks around that guy. You can't hit him. You got to tackle him, and then you're on for get on his back for a ride. Nice, solid run. DiPolo over the right side gets to the 32. Give him about 6 on that. Second down, 4 yards to go from the 32. Need to get to the 28. Same formation. Back to pass goes Ward. Looking to the far side. Got the guy out there. Over his hands. Incomplete. And no call intended. Target by was Jacob Anderson. Coverage on that is Kepler, I believe. Jacob Kepler on the coverage. Coach at the far end of the booth here. Wanted pass interference, but that brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Bulldogs. Clock stopped, 10:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. North Mason's opening drive here in the 3rd quarter. Anderson will come wide to the near side. DiPolo at the end of the formation. It'll be to Smelser, getting around the edge. Tripped, nearly stopped at the 30, gets inside the 20, however, on the run up the right side. Eagle slow to get up on the far sidelines there. Spot the ball at the 16, it looks like. 1st and 10 for North Mason. Bulldogs are going to go a little bit wider there. Anderson way out to the numbers on the near side. Man in motion, Nogus out of the pistol. And off to DiPolo. DiPolo stacked up in the middle, but he manages to fall forward with his big body. Dylan is 6 foot 250, kind of a brick wall to bring down. Gets to the 13. Gain of 5 yards. No, not 5, excuse me. That is only 4 on the carry. Trying to fix my camera here. So I'll do that. Here we go. All right. Anderson wide to the far side, 2 to the near side. Back to pass, throwing it there, complete. Is it complete? It is. Anderson with the catch inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, 1st down. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs on the Klahowya 4. Power formation coming. I'm imagining it's going to be DiPolo handoff. He's at the end of the formation. Smelser to Ward's right. Anderson, the man out there by himself. Nogus in motion across the formation, hand off to DiPolo. DiPolo dives in for the touchdown. There is a flag on the play, however. See what this call's about. There is a touchdown. It could be brought back. We'll find out. An illegal shift by the Bulldogs, so that takes the 6 points off the board. So that'll bring up 1st and goal from the 9 now. Clock stopped, 9:01 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So still 1st and goal, but back to the 9. So some mistakes still coming out here for North Mason in their opening drive in the 3rd quarter. Anderson wide to the near side. Same formation. Nogus in motion to the pistol formation. Handoff. Same play. DiPolo lifted off of his feet at the 5. And we have flags all over the place here. The ball would be marked at the 6 if the play stands. We'll have to look at the flag here. And again, same penalty, so we're going to go backwards again. Still the same penalty, same formation, and the Bulldogs are just not quite getting it right. Smelser's coming out. Bolo stays in there. Still the flag at the 20. Nobody's picked that up yet. Can go back 5 from the 6. That should be to the 11. So first and goal now from the 11. Oh, they're going to go back further than that. That's not a spot foul. Okay, so it's back to the 14. I guess it's from the line, the original line of scrimmage. So it's first in goal from the 14. Again, Anderson wide to the near side. Out of the gun will go Ward. He'll send Nogus to the slot on the near side. Dion Nenez, a man in motion out of the formation from the far side. There's a snap back to pass on the rollout. Ward's got some room. He'll throw to the end zone. Touchdown, wide open, Anderson. But there's a flag again. We have yet another flag on the play. So let's see what this call is. Illegal man downfield on the Bulldogs. Boy, oh boy. If Coach Hepler had any kind of hair that extended out of his head any more than he does, it would be pulled out by now. Just on this last possession, the Bulldogs have not managed to do anything positive. So we're going to back it up to the 19. So it'll be still first and goal from the 19 now. Just going backwards are the Bulldogs at this point. They get down near the goal line. They do lead 14-3, 8:50 to go here in the third quarter. This is the opening drive of the third quarter. And North Mason having some difficulty punching the ball in. Getting the red zone, and they kind of stall on this drive. So let's see what they can draw up this time. Anderson to the numbers and wide to the far side. Oh boy, should be another penalty coming. So you got slot receivers on each side. Nogus, the man in motion. Fake handoff to him. Ward back to pass. He'll throw over the middle. It's complete to Smelser. Smelser breaks a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Gets to the 10 before he's pulled down. I believe it's Reese Smelser on the carry. Yes, inside the 10. I don't see why there wouldn't be a flag for 12 men in the huddle. But I don't have a flag there. The Bulldogs are second and goal now from, it looks like the 8, maybe the 9, depending on where they actually spot it. Looks like the 9. Second and goal. Clock is running, 8:15 and counting. Thought for sure another flag would come out on that play, the last play. Smelser will go behind Ward in the pistol. 2 receivers on the far side. Nogus in the formation in the slot. Nenez, low snap, ball's free. Ball, I think that Klahowya has it off the fumble. Yes, recovering that ball is Tanner Weaver, who dove on the loose ball. And a fumble lost. That would be the fourth turnover on North Mason. Okay, so Eagles will take over. The ball is on the 16-yard line. And see what the Eagles can draw up here. See if they can capitalize on yet another turnover. They've been able to get 3 points off of the 4 turnovers so far. Quick little dump off. Nice little nice tackle by Junior Newman. Just blasted in there. No real gain on that, maybe 2. Ball's up to the 16, maybe 17, so give him 3 on that play. No, give him a 1 on that play, excuse me. Second and 9 coming for Klahowya. Actually, he'll spot the ball on the 17, yes, the 17-yard line. Hartford on the rollout to the far side, throws. Dropped the pass over there. Wallace was the intended target. It goes incomplete, so it's now 3rd and 9 from the 17. Near the hash mark on the near side. Out of the gun will go Hartford. He'll send 2 receivers to the far side. He's got 3 on this near side. Back to pass goes Hartford. On the rollout, he's going to tuck it down and run. And then a pack of Bulldogs will get in there and a late flag as he gets to the 24, maybe 25. And I think we'll have a pull face mask possibly on the Bulldogs here. Personal foul, a hit to the head by the Bulldogs. That's 15 yards. That'll give Klahowya the first down and put the ball up near the 40, shy of the 40, I believe. Spot the ball at the 39. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 6:51 to go, 3rd quarter, 14-3. North Mason with the lead. Klahowya with the ball. Out of the pistol, Hartford. Wallace, the guy behind him. 3 receivers near side in a bunch. 1 to the far side. Here's the snap. Hand off to Wallace. Wallace looking for a hole. Cuts it back up the middle, trying to spin out of a tackle. No gain. Reese Smeltzer, the first guy there for North Mason. Might have edged out a yard out of that. Or at least a foot. Now very minimal gain, called 2nd and 10. Clock is running, 6:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Pistol formation yet again. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. We have actually, I'm sorry, it's not, it's Chase Templeton, the quarterback. I did not see the change in QB. And there's going to be a 5-yard penalty on North Mason for offsides. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 45. So now Hartford is in there, back at QB. Dixon wide to the far side. Trips to the near side, now to the pistol. Back pass, it'll dump off. And reading it well, the Bulldogs. Pass was complete to Luke Stahl. Comes up short of the first down. And he's slow to get up. He rolls to the sidelines. We have a timeout on the field and another injured player. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 when play resumes, but we do have a player down right on the sidelines. And I believe it's going to be Stahl who caught the ball, took some hard hits, and we'll step aside. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life? Make me excited about science like you?
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
So the injured player is Luke Stahl, down on the field still, tending to him right on the sidelines. Looks like we're going to get him to sit up. That's a good sign right there. So let's see if we can get the play resumed. So we will be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
So Stahl was able to get up. He's gingerly heading to the bench below us. Kind of looked like he might have got his bell rung there, but we'll see as play will resume. There's a clunking there. I'll lock that up here. So we have a 3rd down and 3 coming for the Eagles at their own 47-yard line. Just need to get the nose of the football to the midfield stripe for 1st down. Hartford back out there. He'll go with empty backfield. He'll send Wallace and Dixon to the far side. Trips to the near side. Keppert, the guy widest. Hartford out of the gun. He's looking to the far side. Gonna look in the middle now. Got some time. He'll throw. Got a guy there. Nice one-handed grab. And drop the ball. Ball is free on the far sidelines. Nice grab, however, by Chase Templeton. But he fumbled the ball, and I believe that I guess it does stay with the Eagles. Up the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for Klahowya. Under 5 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter. Nice one-handed grab by Chase Templeton over the middle. Not anywhere I'd want to be if I'm a receiver. Trips to the near side on the side of the formation, one to the far side, out of the pistol. Hartford hands it off to Wallace. Wallace slips one tackle in the backfield. Can't get away. No, he does get away again, but he can't get away from the 3rd time. And I believe at the bottom of that pile for North Mason, Nick Case. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 coming for North Mason. I'm sorry, for Klahowya. North Mason defensive Klahowya on the offense. Four minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Hash mark near side, 2 to the far side, 3 in the slot on the near side. Empty backfield for Hartford. Back to pass he goes. Steps up. He's going to step up and try and run, and got to the 40, and that's about it. First guy there is Caden North, it looks like. Then Smelser and Topolo in there as well. So brings up 3rd and 10 from the 40 for the Eagles. Go out of the pistol with Wallace behind Hartford. Dixon wide to the far side. 3 receivers near side. Back to pass will go Hartford. Steps up again. He'll throw over the middle. It's complete to inside the 30, and I believe it's Keppert on the reception. To the 25, called to 26 actually. The Eagles marching now. Trying to get my camera stopping the move here. All right. So Dixon will go wide, the far side, trips to the near side, and out of the pistol will go Hartford. He is complete this time to, is it Templeton? Templeton to the 15. So 1st and 10 at the 16 now. The Eagles are on the move. See if they can punch it in here as they're in the red zone. Bulldogs having difficulty getting it into the end zone, but the Eagles will see if they can put some points on the board as they trail 14-3. Pistol again. Lewis, the back behind him. Handoff to Lewis. Lewis straight up the middle, dancing his way to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming from the 12. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Lewis the back behind Hartford. 2 receivers on the near side. Back to pass goes Hartford. In some trouble. He'll throw towards the end zone. Broken up. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Intended target, I believe it's going to be Steele, Hayden Steele. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. Clock stop, 1:39 to go, 3rd quarter. Klahowya has a 3rd down and 6 from the North Mason 12-yard line. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side, out of the pistol. Hartford had the ball deflected, incomplete it goes. The Bulldogs put some pressure on it, and I believe Nick Case was the guy who got kind of tagged on Hartford's arm. So this drive stalling for Klahowya is a 4th down and 6. We're going to go for it again. We're going to kick a field goal. I think it's going to be another field goal attempt. And this one will be, 29 yards, I believe. Very close to 29 yards. The leg of Dixon. He's got the only points for Klahowya. Snap is up, ball is up, kick is on the way. Did it get in there? Yes, it did. Add 3 on the board for Klahowya, and it's 14-6. North Mason still on top. Take time out. We'll be back with the kickoff.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act now and make sound decisions and entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice businesses. We just need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Well, the Klahowya Eagles get 3 more points on the board. I'm behind the leg of Andrew Dixon. Taking advantage of a turnover. The 4th for North Mason, and the Eagles have only been able to get 6 points off those 4 turnovers. So Dixon will kick it back to the Bulldogs. Ariola back to the far side, standing about his 13. Nogus on the near side, about the same distance. Looks like Smeltzer's one of the up men, along with Mason Shoemaker. So we're waiting for the kickoff. 1:29 to go, 3rd quarter. Someone's on the ground. Gonna go to the 20, picked up by Nogus. Nogus going sideways to the 30. Still on his feet, still trying to get some positive yards after hitting the 30. Mike got to the 34 before he's run down. Called to 33. It'll be 1st and 10 for North Mason there. Let's see if they can put some points on the board this time, as they have struggled when they got in the red zone the last possession. We will spot the ball at the 34, 1st and 10. Anderson come wide to this near side. Out of this will go Ward. It looks like Topolo is the back behind Ward, and we have a false start. Wow. Formation issues have been the bugaboo on the Bulldogs pretty much throughout this half. In the game, actually. Just can't seem to keep the ball, get the right formation. False starts, formation difficulties. So we go from 1st to 10. To 1st and 15, back to the 29 now for North Mason. So Bulldogs break the huddle, and here they come. First and again, wide to the near side. Really wide, beyond the numbers. Hand off to DiPolo, caught in the backfield, and down he goes. Good penetration. Who was that? Number 23, it was Nicholas Lewis with a tackle for a loss. It's a second down, and a loss of a couple on that. Back to the 27-yard line. Be 2nd and 17. Bulldogs not able to go in a positive direction after getting down to near to the 4-yard line in the last drive, and then they went backwards and turned the ball over. 3 receivers near side. Back to pass goes Ward. A little dump off screen to Areola. Nice catch off the second-ish effort. A little high on the pass. He had to tap it to himself and mark him down where he hit the ground the first time. That was a gain of just a couple of yards. No, actually, yeah, let's see, back to the 28-yard after all that. And it's 3rd down. Looks like Smelser is in there. As one of the backs. Got Junior Newman, Anderson. Areola will go wide to the far side. 3 receivers on the far side. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th. North Mason up 14-6.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
Yeah, pero, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Gotta love the Minions. Thanks, Will, for that. Will Taggart helping us out with the broadcast. So the Bulldogs will come out with the 4th quarter, leading 14-6. They have a 3rd and 15 on the board from their own 24-yard line. Boards are really wrong here. So out of the pistol will go Ward and company. Smelser to the back behind him. 3 receivers on the near side. Back to pass goes Ward. Got some time. Throws over the middle. Off the hands. And the ball goes free. Intended target. Looks like it was Mason Shoemaker, I believe. Incomplete. No, it was actually Dion Menez, the intended receiver there. Brings it 4th down and 15 yards. Ball is at the 28-yard line. Smelser in there to punt it away for North Mason. Dixon back about his 35. Pressure on high, spiraling kick. It's going to be taken at the 42. Dixon to the 50. Areola trying to pull him down on the far sidelines. And they will spot it down where? In the Bulldog territory at the 47. 1st and 10 for Klahowya here. This ball on the far hash mark. See what the Eagles can get going here, as their drives have also stalled when they get into the red zone. It's 1st and 10 on the North Mason 47 for the Eagles. 3 receivers in that bunch formation. Far side, 1 to the near side. Out of the pistol go Hartford. Back behind him is Lewis. Low snap, handled well. It's going to pass, throw, complete. Nice tackle. Smelser just all over the receiver that's Chase Templeton on the reception. He gets 3 yards on that. 2nd down and 7. A little bit of a hurry up and more urgency out of the Eagles now. And we have a whistle. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Hartford in the pistol. Lewis behind. Handoff to Lewis straight up the middle. Gets to near the 40. Smelser with the tackle right there at the 41. Brings up 3rd down. It looks like 3rd and 4. Hurry up offense for the Eagles. Trying to get some momentum here. Trailing by 8. Pistol again. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Mix up there, and oh boy, nice catch there by Templeton. Templeton made one guy miss, came up short of the yard to gain by about a yard. I believe the guy with the tackle for North Mason, having the 59, I don't have anything on my roster. So it's 4th down and about a yard and a half. Ball spotted at the 39, 38 and a half maybe. Hartford out of the pistol again. Bunch of 3 receivers out there to the far side. Dixon to the near side. Hartford looks back at his coaching staff for the play. Lewis the back behind him. Back to pass goes Hartford. Hartford sets his feet, throws, is partially deflected, and I believe Caden North had his hands underneath it. Do they call that a interception or they call that an incomplete pass? They're going to call that an interception. So North Mason gets the ball back, goes on as a interception, and the Bulldogs will take over on their own, a 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Ward will go out of the pistol. It's like Smelser's the back behind him. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Hand off to Smelser. Smelser bobbled it, but kept his hands on it, and he is powering his way into Eagle territory up to the 46-yard line. Should say down to the 46-yard line. Smelser with a explosion of what? 15 yards. So 1st and 10 for North Mason on the 47-yard line of Klahowya. 9:40 to go here in the ball game. 14-6 is the score. North Mason with the lead and the ball. Ariola comes wide to the near side. Out of the pistol again, Smelser behind Ward. And off to Smelser. Smelser gets by 1 guy. He's going up the far sidelines, stays in bounds, I believe, with another 1st down run. That's 11 yards. Close to 12 to the 35, 36-yard line. Call it the 36, 1st and 10. 9:17, they should wind that clock. I don't think he got out of bounds. Yep, they do. The ball clock is running. It's called the 36, 1st and 10 for North Mason. Ariola comes wide to this side. Nogus in the slot on the far side. Smelser, the back beside him. Topolo behind Ward. Topolo gets the ball on the handoff. And to the 30 goes Topolo. 6-yard pickup. 2nd and 4 coming. And we have yet another downed player. This is obviously a leg cramp. And I believe that's, might be Ryan West. Nope, it is Jacob Keppert. Down as they stretch out that leg. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. We'll resume play. Keppert will come out. So 2nd down and 4 for North Mason from the Klahowya 30-yard line. Mason Shoemaker into the lineup. Anthony Ariola also in there, wind the clock. Ariola will go wide to the near side out of the shot. out of the pistol to Polo behind Ward. Hand off to Smelser. Smelser speeds by the penetration, gets outside, does a stiff arm, and gets to near the 20-yard line. Nice little stiff arm to push down the defender to gain that first down. And the Bulldogs are at the 20. First and 10. Clock is at 8:20. We'll wind when they set the chains. DePolo will step out. Get a rest. Smelser still in there. Dion Menez. Ariola comes wide to this near side. Nogus in the slot on the far side. Shoemaker. Hand off to Smelser. Smelser, oops, slipped. And caught maybe a yard. Slipped on the turf there. Not sure if there's any moisture out there. I'll call it no gain for Reese. 7:40 and counting on the clock. Second and 10 from the 20. Ariola will go wide to the far side with Nogus in the slot. Shoemaker on the near side. Nogus in motion. Hand off to Nogus. Nogus trying to get around the edge, trying to spin out of a tackle, but a nice tackle. Let's see, that was number 2. That's Jacob McKeel with the tackle there. Loss of 1 on the play. It's a 3rd and 11. See, this is exactly what has happened the last time the Bulldogs were in the red zone. Can't get forward progress. Got a 3rd down and 10, and we got a little pushing and shoving out there for the thing, and that'll be a flag. It draws a flag. Wow. Nogus is one of the guys kind of jawing. Now there's going to be a meeting to see what happens. Now I was at a Marionette game on Saturday and saw an ejection there. Both players. More of a loss for the Owls in that game. And then another flag goes flying. So there's now 2 flags on the play. And I'm likely expecting somebody to be ejected from this ball game. Although didn't look like no punches were thrown from out there. But the referees are going to talk about it. I believe at least one of them will be Brian Nogus. But the second flag has got me confused. Something was going on out of the Bulldog huddle. .6:52 to go here in the ball game. 14-6 is our score. North Mason with the lead in the ball. They had a 3rd down and 12 coming at this point, and there's going to be penalties. It's a matter of what the penalty is going to be. Let's see what the guy in the white hat is going to tell us. Is he going to tell us anything? As one referee is talking to Coach Hepler on the far sidelines. So let's see what we have. Still some discussion going on. Got 2 flags on the field. So what do we have? Dead ball foul, personal foul on North Mason, and that's it? Really? So 15-yard penalty on North Mason, wow. So it'll be 3rd down and 27, if I do my math right. Ball will be all the way back to the 36, 37-yard line. Wow. Not going to add another 15 on this, are we? They're going to add another 15 on this. This is, I'm sorry, this doesn't make any sense. So there's 30-yard penalty on that. So that will put the ball into Bulldog territory. This will be a 3rd down and 35. 42. Is that right? Yeah, 42. Wow. 3rd down and 42, really. Ball's back in Bulldog territory at the 4, their own 48. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Ward will go out of the gun. Smelser's the back beside him. Back to pass he goes. Got a lot of yards to make. He's going to pull it down and throw. Throw downfield. And it's incomplete, out of bounds. And I believe that almost Ward might have been out of across the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down coming, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a punt for the Bulldogs. This is 4th and 42. Ball will be placed at the 48-yard line for the punt. And I'll see if the Bulldogs can actually execute a punt properly, as they have had 2 botched punts on their receiving. But let's see if they can kick one away here. Smelser is the punter. Good protection. He'll boot one. It's kind of short. Taking it to 22. Dixon on the return, coming at you to the 30, 35, step out about the 36, 37-yard line. Smelser in there, and they're going to get another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Bulldog. Wow. Late hit and unsportsmanlike attack on 15 to that. Wow. Still discussing this. We might be here till 10 o'clock, folks. 14-6 is our score. 6:21 to go in the ball game. North Mason on top. Klahowya with the ball. They had a decent return to the 39 and 15 to that. So that will put it up. We're going to start out to the North Mason 46-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 from the 46 for the Klahowya Eagles, trailing by 8 points. Hartford will go out of the pistol. Lewis the back behind him. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. That's Dixon. There's a back to pass. In under pressure. Slips out of the passer. Throws down the field. Got guy there. And that's a touchdown, folks. Going to Hayden Steele with a 46-yard TD pass. So that gives the Eagles a chance to tie it on a 2-point conversion if that's what they're going to go for. It's 12-14. So it does look like the Eagles are going to go for 2, tie this ball game. So Hartford comes out with the play to tie the game. 6:11 to go in the ball game, 14-12. They're going to go for 2 here. Hartford out of the pistol. Wallace is back in there as a back. Back to pass. Throw over there. He's got a guy there. Did he get it over? He lost it, but that's good. Tie ball game at 14. 6:11 to go in the game. We got a game here, folks. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
We got a new ball game here, folks. 14-14. Eagles took advantage of several penalties. Unsportsmanlike, including a 30-yard penalty. And then they follow that up with another 15 yards, and they throw a 46-yard TD strike to, it was Hartford to steal, 2-point conversion, and we have a tie ball game. Dixon has teeing it up here at the 40. And we have 6:11 to go. The Bulldogs stalling here when they get into the red zone. All right. Bulldogs anticipating a short kick. And then they're going to go back. Areola and I can't see it. Is it Nogus in there? Yep, I can see it is. So here's a run up and a kick. That one's a squibbler. Areola will pick up at about the 12. Speed up the middle, trying to get to the outside. Gets to the 30, 35, cutting it back, trying to spin at the 37. That's pretty much where he was, and then they knock him out of bounds, and then no flag on that one. Surprising. And that will be a 1st and 10 for North Mason on their own 38-yard line. I'll see if they can put a complete drive together here, as they have led up until this point. And see what they can put together on this drive, starting at their own 38-yard line. Out of the pistol. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. And I think we're going to have a timeout by North Mason. Too many people on the field. Coach Hepler trying to get the right personnel out there. Didn't have enough time. And a timeout is called. We'll take it. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
So under 6 minutes to go in the ball game, North Mason trying to put away Klahowya. Had their chances, could not convert in the red zone at all in this half, and have been held scoreless. The Eagles, on the other hand, have been able to take advantage of those mental errors by North Mason, and 46-yard bomb to tie the game at 14. Bulldog ball. Their own 38-yard line. Hand off to Topolo, straight up the middle, still on his feet, just shy of 50-yard line. Call it the 48. Close to the first down. That's a first down. 1st and 10 for North Mason. Clock running at 5:42. Take the chain, wind the clock. More to go out of the gun this time as Topolo to his right. 3 receivers far side. Areola the only receiver on the near side. Hand off to Topolo. Sweeps around the far side. Stopped, breaks the tackle. Gets to the line of scrimmage, now to midfield before he's run out of bounds there. Nice penetration by the Eagles. Couldn't corral the big Dylan Topolo, and he manages to get what was a couple-yard loss, maybe 4 or 5 yard loss, into a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming at midfield. Clock stopped at 5:08 to go. Smelser back in the ball game for the Bulldogs. He's behind Ward. 2 receivers on each side. Man in motion. That's Nogus. Complete on the pass to Nogus. There is a flag on the play, however, and Nogus is tripped up at the 34-yard line, but I think this is coming back. have another Klahowya player on one knee on the sidelines. Lewis is the player, and he is up. Now let's find out what the flag is all about. So I believe this is going to come back. Then a legal shift. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Nogus, when he turned up field, was a little bit moving forward. So that'll be back to the 45. That'll be second down and 13 coming for North Mason. Formation issues all night long for the Bulldogs. Clock is under 5 minutes here. Ariola and Shoemaker will come wide to the near side. Nogus is in the slot. Single back on the far side. Out of the gun will go Ward. Ward back to pass, throws over to Ariola, and he can't hold on to it. Incomplete. Third down coming. .436 to go in the ball game, 14-14. That's our score. Bulldogs with third and 13 from their own 45. Need to get to the 42 of Klahowya. Smelser the back behind Ward. Three receivers far side. Ward back to pass. He'll step up, get caught. Down he goes. Lost the ball when he hit the ground. He should be down. Guy in the for the tap, Tanner Weaver with the sack. And that's fourth down. Offense stalling for North Mason here in the half. They have not been able to get beyond about the 20-yard line. And their deepest penetration was, I think, to the 20. And it's a 14-14. 4 minutes, 5 seconds and counting in the ball game, all knotted up. Smelser to punt it away. Yeah, nice pressure. Dixon will be driven back to the 12-yard line. And he's stopped right there. Nice open field tackle by Ryan Nogus. Junior Newman also in there. And there's whistles blowing all over the place like there's a flag on the field, but I don't see one. So about a 4-yard return, but good coverage. Nope, they're going to put it back at the 15, so it's only a 3-yard return. And a nice punt by Smelser. We have a delay here. A chop block on Klahowya. And that'll go half the distance there. So that'll put the ball back at the 7.5 about. So that'll be first and 10 for Klahowya there with 3:45 to go in the game. We have a tie ball game. They'll spot the ball just shy of the 8. And that is where Klahowya will start out. This has been a game of halves. North Mason had the first half. Klahowya has had the second so far. Out of the pistol will go Hartford. 3 receivers far side, 1 on the near side back behind him. That is big man Wallace. Wallace still on his feet. He's got blockers ahead of him. Can somebody from the Bulldogs catch him? And nice tackle by Smelser, but all the way up to the 33-yard line of the Bulldogs. Big, big run. We do have a flag somewhere. I don't see any laundry out there. Oh boy. Ball spotted at the 33 at this point. I guess we have another penalty on North Mason. Surprise. Oh, the ball's all the way, the flag's all the way back in the backfield. I don't know how you can get a North Mason penalty all the way back there. We'll see. So what is the penalty here? I guess it's going to be on whom? Sideline warning on Klahowya. It's first down. They'll march it back 5 yards. That'll put the ball back at the 38-yard line. So first and 10 for Klahowya. 3:33 to go in the ball game, 14-14. And Hartford will bring them up to the line. Send the 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Wallace, the back behind. Hartford out of the pistol. Snap on, target, handoff to Wallace. Wallace, not much there. Good penetration and tackle by Caden North. No gain, 2nd and 10. Clock continues to run, 3:10 and counting. Out of the gun will go Hartford. He has the 3 receivers in a bunch on the far side, 2 on the near side. Low snap, handled well, back to pass. A little bit of a hold there, no flag. On the run, throw, and it's complete, but caught and just knocked out of bounds, and we'll probably get a flag on that late hit on the far sidelines. But there's a flag in the backfield, which will mean a hold. Yep, it's coming back. So holding on the Eagles negates that play. So that should be 10 yards from the spot. The 2nd down, around 20 yards. So I'll mark it back 10 yards from the spot. Should put it into Eagle territory. And it'll be back to the 42-yard line of Klahowya. 2nd down, and boy, 29. Well, we've had some long yardage plays in this game. So here's a 2nd and 29 from the 42. Go out of the pistol. Wallace, the back behind Hartford. Hand it off to Wallace. Wallace slips 1 tackle, and he's pulled down by the 2nd. First guy in there was Grady Durbin. 2nd guy is Wiley Rice. Wiley Rice finished the play. It'll be 3rd down. And give him 2 yards on the carry. So the ball's at the 39. Third down in a bunch for Klahowya. Under 2 minutes to go here in the game. Tie ball game. This may come down to who has the ball last. 3 receivers, far side, 1 to the near side, all about the slots. Out of the pistol go Hartford. Wallace the back to pass goes Hartford. Hartford a lot of times slips a tackle, and down he goes. Nick Case with the sack. Also in there, 74. Grady Durbin lost on the play, and we have whistles. What is the deal now? Oh, timeout by North Mason. 1:26 to go in the ball game. 14-14. 4th down coming for the Eagles when we come back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
So fourth down coming. It is a tie ball game at 14, 1:26 to go in the game. It is a fourth down and, well, 30. Yeah, I got a lot more large. 30 plus yards. Punting situation. Hartford's in there. Pressure's on. Nice punt. It's gonna. The Bulldogs are just gonna let that one roll. To the 20. And that's where the Bulldogs will start with 16 to go on their own 80, or on their own 20 with 80 yards to go. So if the Bulldogs are going to do anything, now would be the time. They have not been able to really put together a positive drive in this half. So who do you ride on this one? You've got a minute 16. Ward will go into the huddle with his skill set, get behind his big center. Go out of the gun. Smelser is in there. Two receivers wide to their far side. Nogus in motion. Snap to Ward. Ward on the rollout under pressure. Gonna throw and underthrows. Let's see here. That was Dion Inez. And that's incomplete second down. And 10 from the 20. Minute 11 to go. So the clock is stopped. Bulldogs looking to pass now. Anderson will go wide to the far side. Nogus in the slot, far side. Shoemaker, and Nogus will go in motion. Back to pass goes Ward. Same play, dumps it off. Complete this time, getting out of bounds, and no flag on that one as the pass was complete to Nanez. I'm sorry, it was Dion Nanez. And a slide out of bounds, 55 seconds. Be third down. The clock is still running, although it should be stopped. Okay. Third down and about 5. Ward back to pass, in a little bit of trouble. Slips one tackle. He's going to throw. Got a guy out there. It's complete and spun down at the 40-yard line. Complete there to who? Nogus, I guess. Just shy of the 40 to 39. 28 seconds and ticking. Well, set the chains. Out of the pistol. Ward throws over the middle. Overthrew everybody. And we should have a flag, but yet no flags coming out from the hometown referees. Incomplete. Yeah, Nogus is walking off. He took a hit, and they're not going to flag that. Really. "17 seconds to go, tie ball game. Second and 10 from the 39. Anderson will go wide to the far side. Ariola wide to the near side. Nanez in the slot. Dump off over the middle. That is complete. And into Eagle territory. Complete to whom? That was Junior Newman. 10 seconds at the 48-yard line. 47-yard line. And then a timeout has been called by North Mason. We'll step aside with 10 seconds to go.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
So we have 10 seconds to go in this ball game. 1st and 10 for North Mason on the Klahowya 47-yard line. Bulldogs are ready. See if they can actually complete a drive in this half. 2 receivers far side. 3 receivers far side, excuse me. Ariola in the slot. Out of the gun to follow the guy back there. A little bit of pressure, throw out there. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted, and that'll do it for regulation. And we're going to head to overtime. Wow. 14-14 after regulation. And we will take a timeout. We'll be back with the overtime. We do have a down Bulldog. Junior Newman is sitting on the turf about the 23-yard line. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, heading to OT.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act now and make sound decisions and entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice businesses. We just need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Junior Newman caught up after a little bit of work on his own power. And we are about ready to get to overtime here. I gotta go back to the top of my list. So the way it works here, I'll do a coin toss to see who gets the ball first, and I believe we start at the 25. And I believe this is going to be what they call, I think, Texas or Kansas tiebreaker. I can't remember which one. We start at 25 and see what happens. 14-14. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Who can rally? This has been a game of halves. North Mason had the first half. Klahowya the second. Bulldogs have stumbled and been unable to complete a drive in this second half. Closest they got was a 20, I believe. And head out there for the coin flip. Still waiting. So here we go. So we're going to wait for the coin flip. And we still waiting for the flip of the coin. There we go. So we're going to head to the north. So the Eagles will go first as the Bulldogs won the toss. So we will be right back with at the overtime.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
So here we go. The overtime, we start at 25. Both teams get a possession. And we'll see what transpires. So yeah, let's just listen.
Each team will get a chance to start at the 25-yard line. And
so start at 25. Each team will get a possession to see, and then I believe we get to, here we go.
Ball at 25, and they keep going until they're stopped.
So the Eagles will start out with the ball out of the pistol to Hartford. He has trips in the slot on the far side. Back to pass he goes. They'll dump it off. It is complete out there. Slipping a tackle and diving to the 20 was Chase Templeton. That'll bring up second down. 2nd and 5 coming for the Eagles, and this camera is still giving me fits. So these are untimed. We're in overtime. First overtime. Hartford out of the pistol again. Wallace, the back behind him. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. That is Dixon. Hand off to Wallace. Wallace hit, dropped. First guy there is going to be Topolo. Then the rest of them wrapped him up and lost their third down. It'll be third down and 8 from the 23 now for Klahowya. We are in overtime. So we'll go back into the same formation. Wallace the back. He's back a couple yards more. Hartford out of the pistol. 3 receivers grouped to the far side. 1 wide to the near side. That's Dixon. Back to pass. The throw. and an interception, and that ends the threat. They're going to not whistle the play dead there off the interception, and Smelser with an INT. It's the second of the night. So now the Bulldogs will start out with will get their possession at the 25. So let's see what the Bulldogs can do. They have not been able to get past the 20 all half. So they have a 1st and 10. Now they're at the 25. This is their possession. Go back and forth until somebody comes on top. So Ward will go out of the pistol. He's got Smelser behind him. Topolo to his right. Single receiver far to the wide side, far side. Nogus in motion across the formation. Hand off to Smelser. Smelser, big hole. Cuts it back up the middle. Breaks a tackle. He's going to power his way inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal there for North Mason. Actually, they're going to stop it at the 9. It's at the 8-yard line. Darn camera. So it's a 1st and goal now. I'm going to spot it. I'm going to say the 8. Same formation. Come on. Camera, why are you doing that? Man in motion, Nogus cross formation, hand off to Smelser. Smelser cuts it up. Gonna score, touchdown. Bulldogs win. That is it on a 9-yard TD run by number 42. 2-0 start for Frank Hepler. Crowd on their feet over there for North Mason. Final score, 20-14 in OT. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back and wrap this thing up. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask, and I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. I've lived in Shelton for 13 years. During this time, I have gotten to know and love Mason County and the people who live here. When I decided to run for commissioner, I knew this was the perfect opportunity to give back to the community that has been so good to me and my family. I am humbled that so many of you have given me your support and love. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
Well, it's a final here in Silverdale. The North Mason Bulldogs, they needed an extra possession to pull off the overtime win, 20-14 over Klahowya at Silverdale Stadium. They're doing their post-game ritual there. And that is the final recess. Smelser punched it in from 9 yards out for the winning TD to put Frank Hepler to his 2-0 record to start his career here in North Mason. So I don't have any real statistics to pass along. A little hard to do that when you're working by yourself. Let's see here, close. That's what I want right there. Okay. So North Mason pulls one out, 20-14 in overtime. Good game all around. The Bulldogs hold their home opener next Friday against Olympic. By the way, Klahowya will take a long trip over to Granite Falls. Our next broadcast again is tomorrow night when the Shelton Highlammers travel to Montesano. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air probably around 6:50 for that, the pregame show. And that pretty much does it for us here at Silverdale Stadium. Final again, North Mason 20, Klahowya 14 in overtime. We will talk to you tomorrow from Montesano.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Tigert Media. Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner, District 3. Dan Griffey for 35th District State Representative, Position 1, GOP. Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, celebrating the art of life. And Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.